Good afternoon, this is Trish from Networks Computer Solutions, and today we're going to be having a look at Google Drive and also Google Docs. So the easiest way to get to your Gmail account is to just sign into Gmail, and then over here in the corner you'll notice the grid of 9 dots. That will open up a menu to show you all the Google apps. Now these are the apps that come free with your Google account. Today we're going to be looking at Drive, which allows you to store your documents and everything in the cloud. So I've already got my Drive open. So Google gives you 15 gig free. You can upgrade if you want to pay for an upgraded storage. I've upgraded to 100 gig. That cost me like $2 a month. It's really reasonable. Okay, so you can create folders to store all your documents in. I do have some folders. You can do that by using the new button over here. Click on new, and then you get the option to create a new folder. You can also upload folders and files from your computer. You can also download a program called Google Sync and sync your files directly to your Google Drive. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is Google Docs. So just click on Google Docs and it will load a new document. Now Google Docs is great if you can't afford Microsoft Office. It's a very lightweight word processor. So it does come with your basic features, so you can just type, change text, align your text. You can also add bullets and lists, and you can also do your indents, and there's lots of other features that come with it. One great thing about Google Docs is that as you type, it will save your document for you automatically. So I'm just going to type the quick brown fox jumped over the sleeping dog. Now you may have noticed that I've got a spelling error in here. I've actually got a couple of them. So it doesn't know what this word here is. So you can see that by it's got the red underline. If I right click on that, it will come up with the text checker. Jump. Did you mean jumped? Yes, I did. So it's going to change that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is highlight that text. I'm just held down the left mouse and dragged over the top. Hold down Control and copy. Come to the end of the sentence, and I'm just going to paste that in a few times to make a paragraph. That might do. So now if I highlight that whole paragraph and select it again, come down a couple of lines by pressing the Enter key, and I can paste that in, and I'll do that about 4 times, so I've got about 4 paragraphs. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the alignment. So the first one, you can see the alignment is to the left. Let's try change this second one to the center. So to do that, I'm just going to highlight the text and then click on the Align Center button. So let's try this third one. We'll align it to the right. And the last one will actually justify. So what Justify does is it places the text equally between the left-hand margin and the right-hand margin. Another really good thing that you can do with Google Docs is you can select text and you can also change your font. This is set to normal font. We'll have a look at headings in a moment. So over here where it says Arial, that's the font type that we're actually using at the moment. I'm going to click on the where it says Arial and come down and choose one of these other fonts. I might choose that one. That's quite a nice font. And also I can change the size of it. It's set to 11 point at the moment. So if I click on the drop down arrow, I can then select the number 14. So you go ahead and have a go in your Google Docs and see if you can change the fonts and the size. That's a bit too far. Down to 12, and we'll just have a bit of a play. leave that one alone. Okay. So I'm going to go down a couple of lines. You can also add page breaks if you want to by holding down the Control key and then pushing Enter. And I'm just going to start typing the word lists and press Enter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that into a heading. So again, highlight the text, come up to where it says normal text, and then you've got some pre-made options. You can choose title, subtitle, heading 1, 2 or 3, and there's some other options. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to choose it as a heading 1. As I've selected as a heading, it will appear in my navigation pane. I'll show you what's so great about that in a moment. We might come up here and add some text. Okay, so I'm going to change where it says sample text. I'm going to change that also to a heading 1. So you can see I've now got 2 headings here in the navigation pane. So what I can do if I don't want lists down here, I can hold my left mouse and I can drag it No, it won't let you. You can actually click on them to go around. In Word, you can actually drag these around. It doesn't look like you can do that in Google Docs. Okay. So we'll go back to our lists. There are 2 types of lists. There is a standard bulleted list, which you can either start off by holding down the Shift key and pushing the number 8 to get that little asterisk, and then when you push the space bar it will turn it automatically into a list. You can also see that up here on the formatting bar you've also got the bulleted list option. So as you type and then press Enter, will automatically start a new line. And so you can actually get out of that list by pressing Enter twice, and we'll go back to your normal text. So what you can do is you can also indent these points. I've got this as a sub point, so I actually need to move that over a bit. Over here you've got some formatting options. I need to move this one to the right to increase the indent, and you'll notice that as it does that it will change the bullet point image as well. So I'm going to move this one over twice. So it's changed it to a black square, and you can actually change how that displays. Click on the drop down arrow here and you've got some more options. So I might select this one here with the arrows, and so it's gone from an arrow to a diamond to a dot. Okay, so that's some quick little formatting options. The other type of list that you've got is a numbered list. So again, you can either start by pressing the number 1, full stop, and then press the space bar, or you can use the numbered list up here in the formatting bar. And you notice that as you type, it automatically adds the next item until you press Enter twice to get out of it. Okay. Another thing you notice that as you type, it will automatically save all your changes, which is great if you've been typing all day and you haven't saved a document, which happens in Word quite a lot. The power will go out or something will happen, you'll get called away, and there goes your document. What Google Docs does is it saves changes automatically, and also it comes up automatically with the untitled document. You can change that by clicking in where it says untitled document, and it will automatically put the first paragraph in there as a document title. You can change that if you want to later on. Okay, so we might leave that there for now, and we'll have a look at some more you can do with Google Docs in another session. Thanks very much. Bye.